What happens when a royal honeymoon becomes a ticking time bomb and a single letter could shatter a marriage? Get ready, because the Holy Grail absolutely packed a wallop.
Hey everyone, it's Riley, and we are absolutely thrilled to dissect what was, wow, a truly pivotal episode of the Buccaneers.
And I'm Taylor, and if you thought episode 1 set the stakes high, well, buckle up, because this episode was just a masterclass in tension, unexpected turns, and honestly some real emotional gut punches. It genuinely felt like the show finally found its stride.
It absolutely did. And hey, before we get totally lost in all the secrets swirling around Tintagel, just a quick ask.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying these deep dives, please do hit that like button, subscribe so you get more Buccaneers breakdowns, and definitely ring that notification bell.
Yeah, you really won't want to miss a single twist coming out of London high society. Trust us on that one.
Okay, so Holy Grail. It kicks off with, honestly, a brilliant narrative choice, this 3-month time jump.
Right. It just throws us straight into the consequences, doesn't it? Like the ramifications of all those huge choices from the premiere. We're not just seeing the immediate fallout. We're seeing how these characters are really grappling with the sheer weight of their decisions.
And grappling is the word. So across the continent,
Yeah.
sunny Italy, right, we find Guy and Jenny. They're trying, like really trying, to build some kind of new, maybe fragile, normal life with their son, Freddie.
Yeah. Guy seems protective, has real responsibilities now. He's clearly a changed man.
A bit.
A bit, yeah. But despite this new purpose, his heart is still aching for Nan, obviously.
Obviously.
So he sends this desperate letter to Lizzie, offering Anne a chance to run away with him.
Oh, that letter.
It's just this heartbreaking, too late kind of plea that landed like a lead balloon for me.
Oh, absolutely. And this is where Lizzie faces, I think, the episode's most compelling moral dilemma.
For sure.
Guy's letter puts her in just an impossible position. Delivering it could destroy Nan's marriage.
Right.
But holding on to it means denying her best friend a potential choice, however messy.
Meanwhile, back in England, Nan and Theo, they're back from this, like, highly publicized honeymoon, and Nan has just fully embraced the public persona of the Duchess of Tintagel. But the second they're alone, that whole perfect facade just crumbles. Nan collapses into tears, like, clinging to this hidden keepsake.
Yeah.
It's such a gut punch right away. It tells us everything.
It's an immediate searing contrast, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Public pomp and private pain. Such a powerful setup for the episode's core theme, the performance of power.
Exactly.
Nan's got everything society says she should want: influence, a title, the fairy tale castle, but she's basically a gilded prisoner.
Totally.
And her husband, Theo, he even admits to Lizzie later, he can hear her crying through their bedroom door.
Mm-hmm.
It's just exquisite visual storytelling, really emphasizing what isn't being said.
Right.
And that silent struggle, it leads directly to Lizzie's dilemma, which is agonizing. Because Guy's letter, it's not just some romantic note, it's a potential wrecking ball aimed straight at Nan's very public, very fragile marriage.
Mm-hmm. And it's such a well-constructed conflict because there's no easy answer for Lizzie, is there? There's no clear right choice, which makes it incredibly compelling to watch.
Totally.
Aubrey Ibrag, who plays Lizzie, she brings such nuance to this internal battle. She shows up fully intending to give Nan the letter, but then she watches Nan and Theo and she starts to see how complicated it all is.
Yeah, she sees the performance, but also maybe something real underneath.
Maybe. And Lizzie's always been the protector, right? The loyal friend.
Yeah.
And now she faces this choice where protecting one friend might deeply wound the other.
Yeah, exactly.
And that conversation she has with Theo in the woods, that was so revealing.
So revealing. He references the Arthurian legend, King Arthur, Lancelot, Guinevere.
A little on the nose, maybe.
Maybe a touch, but powerful.
Right.
It's the classic doomed love triangle, right? King, queen, closest knight.
Yeah.
It immediately signals the potentially tragic path for Nan, Theo, and Guy. Duty versus destructive passion. And Theo knows Nan is heartbroken. He says it.
He does.
And he's choosing to fight for her anyway. You could just feel the raw honesty in that moment. Gave me goosebumps.
Me too. Okay, then the episode centerpiece, Tintagel Spring Gala.
Yes. The treasure hunt.
Complete with the treasure hunt, which perfectly mirrors all the hidden truths lurking just beneath the surface.
Mm-hmm. And Lord Seadown's arrival. Just ominous.
So ominous, calculated menace. He casts this dark shadow, hinting at dangers still to come.
Definitely.
And the treasure hunt itself, yeah, it's playful, but it's such a brilliant metaphor. Guests are searching for, like, material treasure, but our characters, they're hunting for truth, love, freedom.
It's a great way to put it. And Nan's conversation with Hector Robinson is so key there.
Yes.
He plants that seed, right? That her newfound influence as Duchess could actually be a platform for real change.
And speaking of Hector, that subtle spark between him and Lizzie.
Oh, totally refreshing.
Yeah.
Yes, Lizzie, who's often kind of into French shadows, finally gets her own potential romantic arc.
About time.
Right.
You also see Nan just lash out at Lizzie when Lizzie mentions Theo hearing her sobbing. It really highlights the immense pressure Nan's under.
Oh, yeah, she snaps. My marriage is none of your business. And you just see Lizzie's face fall. It shows perfectly how much Nan is struggling just to hold it together.
Meanwhile, back in London, Conchita's playing matchmaker for poor Cora, this wide-eyed American heiress.
And bam. Reality hits hard when Cora meets Richard's super intimidating mother, the Dowager Breitlingsea.
That charming high society facade just crumbles, doesn't it? Conchita's grandmother lays it out cold. These marriages are deals, transactional, not about love.
Right.
And then the reveal that Richard's family is broke, it just hammers home that brutal game of money versus titles. Even the sets kind of show it. Tintagel's all bright and airy. London's cozy but feels cramped, like the pressure's closing in.
But we absolutely have to talk about Mabel and Honoria.
Oh my gosh, yes. Josie Tota and Mia Threepleton. They are crafting something truly special there. It feels so authentic to the era, but also completely timeless in its emotion.
Their reunion when they realize they get to share a bedroom.
Yeah.
Pure joy. Just unadulterated joy. The two of us alone in a bedroom. What might possibly happen next, Mabel asks. Their energy is just infectious.
And then Honoria's line, I think we might be living in sin. And Mabel's reply, oh, well, that's absolutely my favorite way to live. It just perfectly captures their whole spirit, rebellious, joyful.
It's defiant. It's deeply authentic. You know, in the 1870s, their love was dangerous, truly dangerous. But the show gives them this beautiful agency and desire.
It's just so well done.
Okay, back to Italy, though. Ginny is clearly unraveling. Baby Freddie is born. Guy adores him. But Ginny's sneaking out drinking, regretting running away.
And haunted by those mad or criminal headlines Guy's been hiding from her.
Yeah, Guy's stuck, isn't he? Between loyalty to Ginny and his feelings for Nan, and Ginny's line that running away may have been my biggest mistake.
Oof.
It's tragic. She fought for freedom, lost it, and now desperately wants back in.
Then at the gala dinner, boom. Everything explodes. Nan takes the stage, remembering Hector's words about her voice, and delivers the speech of the season.
A full-blown feminist manifesto.
Right. She looks directly at Seadown and proclaims, all men can own land, but no man should be allowed to own his wife.
Should be allowed.
Chills. It was such an impactful, declarative moment.
Even Theo stands up in support. And when Nan shouts that any man that threatens her safety will feel the force he deserves, the energy in that room is just electric. The way it was shot, too, in that single take.
Locked right on her face.
Exactly. It forces you to confront every bit of her resolve, her power growing as those horns swell in the soundtrack.
Thematically, it connects to that noblesse oblige idea. Nobility means you have a moral duty. Nan, as Duchess, realizes she has to speak for others, like Arthur for Camelot, but with a feminist twist.
And you can't ignore Seadown's presence. He treats Ginny like property, so Nan's speech is a direct shot at his whole worldview. But then right after this huge public declaration, Nan and Theo have this quiet, almost hopeful moment in the garden.
Yeah, they embrace, they kiss, and it feels real. Warm, anyway.
Okay, so as the episode speeds towards its climax, Nan seems to make a choice, a decisive one. She tells Lizzie she's ready to really commit to Theo, to her marriage, to finally let Guy go.
Yeah, and it feels like this moment of, like, hard-won resolution, Nan choosing duty, stability over passion. But it's more complex than that, I think.
How so?
Well, it feels like it's also about her recognizing the power she now has as the Duchess and deciding to use it, but on her own terms. It feels like agency, not just resignation.
That's a great point. It's her choosing her path.
Yeah.
And that scene where Nan and Theo actually connect, genuinely connect, feels earned.
Deeply earned. Guy Remmers as Theo, he brings this quiet strength. He's not just the obstacle in the romance. He's a man trying really hard to build a life with the woman he loves, even though he suspects her heart might still be somewhere else.
Which makes what happens next even tougher. Because, given Nan's apparent commitment, Lizzie makes her choice.
She burns the letter.
She burns Guy's letter.
Yeah.
And it's, oh man, it's heartbreaking, but also kind of powerful. Lizzie is basically making Nan's decision for her. But she thinks she's doing it out of love, right?
Right.
To protect her friend from more pain.
But the question hangs there, doesn't it? Did Lizzie have the right? Should Nan have had the choice? The show leaves it ambiguous, which is honestly masterful, makes it way more compelling.
But just when we think, okay, maybe they can find some peace, Lord Seadown delivers the final devastating blow.
Ugh, Seadown.
He reveals to Theo that Guy and Ginny were seen together before the wedding,
Okay.
and that Guy was with Nan the night before. And Theo's face, just slack with dawning fury. It tells you everything.
Chilling. Such a calculated reveal.
Calculated cruelty.
Yeah.
And bang, episode ends. Hefty cliffhanger.
What an ending. You know, this episode really felt like the Buccaneers hitting its stride. It's darker, it's messier, the characters are genuinely growing up. You feel it.
Yeah, the stakes feel higher.
And even when it maybe stumbles a little, it's never, ever boring. That's worth a lot in my book.
All right, let's talk highs and lows.
For me, the high point, it'd have to be that raw conversation between Nan and Theo after the gala.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
Christine Frosse's portrayal of Nan's just bone-deep exhaustion and heartbreak was incredibly powerful. And Guy Remers as Theo, that quiet devastation bubbling just beneath his calm exterior, masterful. That's the moment I genuinely, invested in their marriage as maybe more than just a plot device.
I totally get that. That was great. But for me, I think I'm leaning into the whole spring gala treasure hunt sequence.
Okay, the spectacle.
The spectacle. Not just for the magnificent costumes. That red dress is already iconic.
Totally.
But for the sheer tension. Barney Fishwick's Lord Seadown just strolls in, drops that bombshell about Ginny, and just owns the room. It's villainy with a velvet glove, and I kind of loved every second of it.
He is very good at being bad.
Right. Performance shout-outs.
My shout-out goes to Matthew Broome as Guy. His growth from season 1 is just, wow. That scene writing the letter in Italy.
Yeah.
You could feel the regret, the longing. He's not just the lovesick boy anymore. He's carrying this heavy, complicated weight.
Yeah.
And honestly, can I give a joint shout-out? Josie Tota and Mia Threppleton as Mabel and Honoria. That bedroom scene, the living in sin line, it was just pure, unadulterated joy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, hitting clues time.
Yeah.
So the birth mother mystery. We know Nell is Nan's mom, but there are hints of deeper secrets with Patty. Leighton Meester, who plays Nell, teased more secrets that make the original secret not as bad. What could that be?
Intriguing. Okay, predictions for episode 3. Get her out. The title alone.
Yeah, that sounds ominous. Definitely predicting the huge confrontation between Theo and Nan. It has to happen.
For sure. I also think Seadown finds Ginny and Guy.
Yeah.
And sadly, the breakdown of Nan and Lizzie's friendship feels almost inevitable now.
I'm holding out hope that Hector Robinson's suggestion lights a fire under Nan politically, that she starts using her platform.
Oh, that'd be cool. Long-term theories. A lot of people are still betting on Guy and Nan ending up together somehow.
The romantic core of the show, right? Maybe Theo gets a redemption arc, lets her go.
Possibly. And bigger picture, maybe the American women don't just conquer society, they actually start to change it.
That would be a powerful message. Okay, judgment time. What grade are we giving this episode? I'm going first. I'm going with a solid B. The emotional stakes were sky high. Definitely. Performances, especially Christine Froseth and Aubrey Ibrag, were genuinely moving. That gala sequence, peak period drama fun. We got the powerhouse speech, layered conflict, real character growth with Nan finding her voice.
Okay.
My only slight niggle was Theo's apology to Seadown after the speech. It felt a bit out of sync with Theo's rage. But overall, strong hour, stakes, symbolism, heart it delivered.
Okay. I'm feeling a bit more generous. I'm going to go with a solid B+.
Ooh, B+.
This episode really felt like the show hitting its stride. You had fierce speeches, secret letter drama, those budding Theo-Lizzie vibes.
All good stuff.
Sure, the pacing occasionally sprinted a little too fast, maybe, and some subplots needed more breathing room, but emotionally, it absolutely landed for me. The treasure hunt and that final Seadown reveal were fantastic for tension and spectacle. I just love how the episode isn't afraid to go darker and messier than season 1 felt.
That's true.
It's not perfect, but like I said, never boring, and the chemistry between the cast is just off the charts.
Totally agree on the chemistry. So after all that, do you think Lizzie was right to burn Guy's letter? Should Nan have been given the choice, even if it blew everything up?
Oof. That's the question, isn't it? And what do you predict will happen when Theo finally confronts Nan about that night before their wedding? It's going to be intense.
So intense. We love hearing from you, so let us know in the comments what stands out to you. Are we being too nice, too harsh? Drop your ratings and your reasons why down in the comments. Okay, so ultimately, what's Holy Grail really about? I think it's about the stories these characters tell themselves and each other just to survive, and how the real truth is always just simmering under the surface, waiting to erupt.
Yeah, and it really hammers home that the best drama comes from these impossible choices made with, incomplete information, No easy answers.
And every single choice has ripples, doesn't it?
Yeah. So many questions remain. What did you think of Holy Grail? Let us all know in the comments.
Please do. We love reading your theories.
And don't forget to like this deep dive if you enjoyed the chat. Subscribe for way more Buccaneers content, and definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Until then, keep questioning, keep analyzing.
And remember, the best stories leave you wanting more. Thanks for tuning into Off Script.
Bye, everyone.